Insiders, good afternoon, and we are live from the University of the Free State, and what a spectacular setting. Two turfs, one to the left and one to the right of us, and a turf that saw a lot of action over the last weekend, joined as ever by the man heading up things here at the Free State Hockey, Bram van Wyk, and also my partner in crime. Good week so far?
JD, just first and foremost, Insiders, have you been to the gym?
I don't jump.
Because you literally locked me off my chair now.
You need to feel the love, man. You need to feel the love.
The power, yeah. Insiders, the power, yeah. Listen, it's all to do with the sport fit. I don't know, you said you wanted to do something in the sport. Have you been there?
No, I decided against it. It was very cold this week, so gym was postponed for another week. But talking about people who are conditioned and fit, the two ladies to our right-hand side, welcome Noah Lowe. Remember the surname?
Yes.
Noah Lowe. And her teacher, manager, and mentor at UNICI, Jenny Rogers. Good afternoon and welcome to the show.
Hi there. Thanks so much for having us here, guys.
Noah, tell the people a little bit about Noah. Where's Noah from?
So I come from Jogersfontein. I live on a farm and it's like close to Jogersfontein and Tromsburg in the Free State.
Okay, so if you don't know Noah, like you wouldn't know Noah, she will never say that she's the sister of the one and only Antoinette Lowe.
Absolutely, and if you Insiders, if you get yourself to the University of Free State, you'll see her sister on the Wall of Fame just outside the clubhouse. Her picture's playing there. Played for South Africa.
Once
recently at the
once or
Olympic
twice.
Games. Now, does your sister share any insights with you? What happens on the Olympic Games? What happens in the national setup?
Nee, nie rarig.
So she keeps it all the secrets for herself.
Ja, ze vertel maar net all about the games and how it was and yeah, that's all.
No secrets.
No secrets.
No one, tell us quickly. We had the Rising Star currently, and you had the honours of lifting the trophy, winning the under 13 girls section of the Rising Star. How was that tournament for you?
The tournament, I would say it was a nice tournament. The teams, I wouldn't say they were that strong. Like our defenders weren't tested that much, and our goalie was taken off most of the time. But I would say it's a tournament of memories, and where we could just have fun and play.
But I managed to sit next to the field for most of your games, actually all of your games.
Oh, wait. You just want to
watching the games, JD.
Do you want to inform the insiders why it was that you were sitting next to every game? What was your specific role in lifting that trophy, Bram van Wyk?
I so do happen to coach the under 13 team, which Noah plays for and which Jenny manages for us so prolifically well. But there was some games where it wasn't just a walkover. It was tough. It was hard. It was good hockey. You actually had to play some competitive, and you had to go dig deep for getting a win. And is that something that you've experienced growing up in the Bloom League? That all the games are that competitive as they are currently?
I would say some of them are a bit of like a breeze, and then you get the difficult ones like Urania and Willem Postman, like when you play friendly matches against Grey and Saints, where you really have to like pull up your socks and play a game.
It's amazing where we speak about rivalries and people ask, where does this Urania and UNICI rivalry start? Well, there you have it. It's I think a clear focus from grade 1. I mean, the girls here, Jenny, that they're playing against Urania next week. I don't know, but in my house I experienced it like that. All we spoke about was Urania and UNICI for 2 weeks straight. And I guess it's a special rivalry at that.
Well, if you think about it, I think it comes down to the psychology of it, actually, hey? I think both schools are exceptionally talented. I think both work very hard. They put the time in, they put the fitness in. I think, but at the end of the day, to be honest with you, I think it comes down to what happens up here. And I think what happens with the coaches, what happens with the girls, what happens with what the parents have to say, they're on the sideline. And I'm proud to have Bram as my coach as well. The way he manages and speaks to the girls before a game makes such a big difference, because he keeps them so calm before a game, and the things he says to them, sometimes I want to be like, girls, you better get in there, you better win. And Bram's like, girls, let's stay calm. Let's just keep it composed, So it makes me so proud to work with someone like him, because he knows just how to work with him. But you're right, it's from a young age already, and it's a big thing. And hats off to both schools, because I know they both put everything in to get into it and to get going. And it's always a tough game, hey?
No, I want to ask you a question. You've obviously been playing this game since you can remember. Having Antoinette as your sister, there must have been hockey sticks around the house from when you walk into the house to when you go back to the hostel.
Yeah, a lot of them.
But it's not just Antoinette that plays hockey
I know.
in that household. You got Francis, Katinka that played. Sunday afternoons, how was that on the farm? Playing hockey, or was it cricket or touch rugby? What did you?
Every sport.
I mean, and you got brothers as well. If I'm not mistaken, you're siblings of five siblings.
Five siblings.
Yes. So I guess it must have been fun. I know for myself, we was 5. Then we got 6 siblings when we grew up, and Sunday afternoons used to be the funnest days of the whole week, because we just spent playing in the backyard, and we played cricket. We used to roll a pitch. We used to play cricket, small cricket, and we got a pole like this inside us, a metal pole. That was our bat, and that was like super strong, and you just tip the ball and it goes for a 6 or a 4. Those were the advantages of having many siblings. And I can only guess it was the same with you as well, growing up on the farm, and
Never a chill day.
never a chill day, and getting all the the play and the experience from your sister and
Yeah.
your sisters and your brothers, and roughing you up a little bit, because you can see when you play, you look calm, you look relaxed, and as if nothing is phasing you. What goes through your mind?
Everything. Like, I know with the Rising Stars, I think it was against St. Michael's, the first game, or Willem Posma. We play and we only score in the last 30 seconds of the game. It's like intensive, because you want to win, and you want to win the first game and want to beat them.
And you scored that goal, if I'm not mistaken, in that last 30 seconds.
Yes.
Nice and composed and relaxed in the park.
Let's talk about your team now, and the setup of your team. There's always a clown in the team. Somebody who makes you laugh all the time, who also always jokes around. Sometimes a coach's nightmare, because when you want to get serious, it's always that person who has to put a face when he's not looking, or knock something over. Who's the clown in your side?
I would say there's 2,
Okay, go.
Shani and Gabby.
Well, there you have it, Shani and Gabby. You're definitely the clowns. Who's the most serious in your team?
I actually don't know.
Amy.
Amy, yeah, she's like quiet, but she was like, serious, we got to do this.
Okay. And then in all of your hockey playing days so far, when you go on a tour, what is the one thing or the one tuck shop or food that you've discovered in a different place that you like really enjoyed, like comes to your mind immediately, and you think about that place, you say, oh, the pizza was good, or what do you think?
I would say when we go out, like I think it was Champs of Champs last year, when we went out to the mall.
Okay.
But I would say if you stay at hostels, the food is not that nice.
Well,
But
somebody's
usually
going to
when
have to
you
up the
go
game.
I would remember Champs of Champs
Okay.
last year.
Jenny, you get to travel with them obviously as well. I spend a lot of time away from home. The sacrifice versus the reward.
Oh, it's amazing. I actually sent a message through to my boss the other day. And I just said to her, the happiness and the passion when I see how the girls grow and the difference in their game, and the goosebumps I still get after how many years you and I were speaking earlier, from when we first started playing. It's scary. And to think that I can still get goosebumps when I see them playing well, it's unbelievable. And then I know I'm still in the right place, because for me, the satisfaction that I get from how well these girls play, it's so rewarding. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic.
Jenna, what lies ahead for Unisi hockey, specifically under 13s? I know there's some tournaments lying ahead. How does the program look for the under 13s the rest of the year?
What we've got coming up now is the Nika Kurtzen tournament, and I must say she's really set up some amazing teams that are coming across through here in July 17th to the 20th.
Can you name some of those teams that's coming?
Let's ask Noah. Some of those teams, those names, which are the ones that you've noticed that you've really sat up and thought, okay, this is it. This is the real deal.
I haven't actually have.
Okay, we go back to Jenny.
Yeah, you're putting her in a spot there. I think
she's waiting for a manager is to
No,
actually
no,
put it on the group
send it
there,
Put it on the
you know.
WhatsApp group.
You know what? It's the parents always want to know what's going on. Shame. These girls just pitch up and go, who can we beat? But Lady Fatima, you know, when you compare to what goes on with the under 18s, I think, and you know, you don't really know always what goes on with the under 13s. But Lady of Fatima, that's on their way. St. John's, that's coming around. I must tell you, I think those strong teams from St. Mary's, when you look at them play earlier on in the year, and those teams that are coming through, and you think to yourself, yo, you know, surely their primary school teams must be just as strong. So yeah, Nico's really made an effort this year to pull in some very strong teams, and I think this is going to be actually, you know, Garsfontein I think is going to be a very strong bunch as well. And I must be honest with you, I think Champs of Champs is always a very, very strong tournament in September, which I believe we'll be attending when we win the league. Who said that? Yeah, so I must be honest with you, I think that's going to be quite a nice tournament to be attending. And then Pitikutsia comes just after that, which is always quite a nice challenging one. Collegiate's going to be there, which is quite a nice tournament, quite a team to play against there from Kabeja. So yeah, I look forward to
any
us
derby
enjoying
days
well, the derby
might
will,
be on the
there's the same one.
horizon.
Yeah, we'll be going through to Kabeja to be playing against Collegiate and Pearson. So those should be quite good ones as well. So yeah, we've got a couple of very strong games, and I think that's quite healthy for us. Belito, we had a guy saying that they're from Ashton College in Belito. I don't know. I mean, I've never really heard of them, but the gentleman tells me they're exceptionally strong, and he sent me a couple of messages to tell me that. So let's see.
Proper private school setup.
Yeah.
Started to really focus on the hockey in the last 3 or 4 years.
It's a program used to be headed up by Jethro Eustace.
Yes.
And
So-
obviously he's coaching in Australia now, and he's played 150 odd caps for South Africa. So
Yeah.
he sort of set the
Serious contenders.
foundation for Ashton and Belito. So
Great.
yeah, I don't know. It's a serious program that they have out
6th
there.
of August, That's
that-
when we play.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's going to be exciting. Where?
there we go. Unisi, coach.
At
Oh, my
Unisi,
word. I thought
yes.
you're going to Belito. Yeah, I thought we were going to do a
Your manager
podcast
didn't
in
let you know.
Belito.
There's another holiday coming up. Yeah.
Those are big names, and I mean, if you're in Bloemfontein around that time, do
Yeah.
yourself a favour and pop
Please.
by. Nico Kurtzen obviously got the recipe right, and looking to build, by the sound of things, one of the best under 13 tournaments. this
When is
country's
that
seen.
tournament, Jenny?
That'll be the 17th. We start that morning. Fixtures are set to start at 8 o'clock that morning and end at 6 that night, right through to the Sunday. The games finish at about 12:30, the 20th. So yeah, that should be quite good.
So it's going to be an action-packed
Absolutely.
weekend of
I'm really
primary
glad-
school hockey.
I'm a little concerned, You're the head coach of
Why?
that team, and you're asking when is this
No,
tournament?
no.
Because I have a manager
That's
that looks
it.
after all those
Please don't look
details.
for trouble with my
JD,
coach.
insiders, please. Yeah, you know, for me, I look after the coaching part of it,
That's it.
and Jenny looks after the managerial part of it, the admin part of it, ensuring we're all on time, and we pitch up for the games, and we know exactly where we need to be, or how we need to be, and she's done that for the last. I mean, I think we've been working for 10 years together now.
10 years.
So
Say something about your age.
it does quite.
But anyways,
The fact that we're friends also says something about your age.
what can I say? I like hanging with hip, cooler, younger people. But anyways, guys, it's been amazing to catch up with you and getting to know a bit more about who you are and what it is that you do. Noah, wishing you the very best in the season. We're not going to let you go just yet. There's a little shootout that we do after every game. Okay, so it's quite simple. I'll ask you questions. You have to listen and just answer with the first thing that comes to mind. If you overthink it, don't be like Eli Kluter and think about it for 6 days and get disqualified. Eli,
By the way, can you sing now?
Can you sing
We're
now?
still looking for a guest that can actually sing on the show. Insiders, if you think you got what it takes to sing on this show, please give us a shout out. We would love to get you on show, yeah.
Yeah, Kobus Snyman, if you're listening, it's definitely not you, but so don't put your hands up. So we're gonna play that little game now. Okay, I'm gonna ask you rapid fire questions, and then you'll see if you going through. Maybe you win a UFS hockey ball or not. But anyways, we're gonna start. If you could design a stick, what color would it be?
Purple.
Purple. What is your favorite shoe brand to play in?
Adidas.
What is you watch Netflix or do you read books?
Netflix.
What do you watch on Netflix?
My series.
What series?
The Rookie.
The Rookie.
Everyone likes the rookie. I
Okay.
don't know why.
Should-
the
should-
rookie is the one.
Should pineapple be allowed on pizza? Yes or no? No. Okay. What is the coolest skill you've mastered this season?
A hit.
The hit,
D,
upright
yeah.
hit, and the D. Okay. And then the very last one. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
To fly.
To fly. Folks, that's Noah Lowe flying through those questions. Brom, that's a pretty good round. She must have a very good manager, intelligent
Yeah.
kid. So
I've
yeah,
got some awesome teachers at Unisia. I must tell you.
primary school, you're doing something right there,
There we
Eunice.
go,
Well done.
thank you.
Well, Jenny, you're not gonna get off the hook, so you're gonna play the same game with us now.
It's
Okay.
always coffee. The answer's always coffee.
Coffee. Coffee is the answer.
And she enjoys coffee bribes inside.
There we go.
She likes that.
Yeah, we saw that somewhere in the week. I saw something about coffee arriving at school with a little snack or something. I
There
can't
we
remember, but
go.
anyways,
There we
we're
go.
gonna get into that now. Shoelaces or no shoelaces?
Shoelaces.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite pizza?
Avo, bacon, and feta.
Yeah, it's got it figured out. Okay. Favorite shoe brand?
Nike.
Nike. Why?
Just do it.
I was waiting for that. Favorite musician?
Celine Dion. I'm old.
Oh my
Okay,
word.
I've got something upcoming in my sleeve over here.
Okay, go.
He's gonna
Hey.
sing.
No, I'm not gonna sing, but I know Jenny likes to sing, and she needs to give us that little tune of Celine Dion. It's past my era. I don't know what.
Don't lie.
I've
Don't
never heard
lie.
about Celine Dion.
I
Please,
listen
Jenny.
to you in the mornings when you drive to school, and that's all I hear is the soundtrack to Titanic the whole time.
Okay, but can we hear Jenny do it?
Okay,
Just a
Yeah,
little-
Jenny.
mag hier, the pressure. I
Okay.
get paid normally. Just hold on.
Piano or guitar?
Piano.
Piano. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the very last one. Socks or no socks?
Socks.
Socks all the way.
Socks.
Folks, there you have it.
There
Bram
we
van
go.
Wyk said he's going to convince her to sing.
Yeah, but just before, can you
Okay.
play the piano?
No.
Oh yes, I was about to say. Listen, are we gonna hear a little Celine Dion on the pianos, and you're gonna sing it for us?
No.
Not
That's why there's a radio.
Jenny. But before we go off, please just let's end this show on a proper note by giving us a Celine Dion.
Hence the word note.
So I'll count you down.
No, hold on quickly. I don't think after this, and you can ask my girls, I don't think after this you're going to have anyone listening to you guys ever again. So
Subscribers.
Subscribers.
Subscribers. That's all we need is more subscribers. And I think you'll put
There
us
we
in a
go.
different sphere if you decide to sing. So, yeah. It all depends on you. The success of the show in the future depends on your decision in the next 3 seconds.
Oh, my shattered nerves. And I said shattered nerves.
Jenny, we don't want to put you on the spot.
Thank you.
I know that you don't like to be put on the spot, but we'll get you one day.
One
We'll
day.
get you on the show to give us a little
There we go.
Celine Dion.
Thank you.
But Noah, also thanks for being here. It's
No
been an
problem.
average privilege having you on the show, as well as Jenny for making the time to be out here with us.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Insiders, we'll catch you after this.
Insiders, you're back, and the ladies have made way for the gentlemen. The men from St. Andrews Primary School. Lebohang Mafa. What a name. Sounds like a Sunday afternoon on the soccer show on Supersport when I say that name. It's welcome, Lebohang. It's awesome having you here.
Thank you, sir.
And then coached by that man, Uli Robenheimer. Uli, awesome to have you on our podcast.
Thank you for having us, gents. Good to be here.
Lebohang, have your coach ever told you a story of himself
No, sir.
when he used to play hockey?
No.
In his previous life, he used to be a real estate agent. You know that?
For real.
For real, he used to be a real estate agent before he became a hockey coach. He was still a player when he was working as real estate, and he used to sell a lot of properties in Durban at Riverside on the Astro. And but he'll tell you the story one day. I'm sure he will tell you that story. And insiders, listen, if you're keen for the story, I'm more than willing to share you the story offline. please drop us a comment down below if you're willing to want to hear the story, and we'll share the
No,
story.
no, listen.
with you.
On the show, nothing is for free. Okay, so listen to me. Okay, you subscribe firstly. Okay,
Yes,
and
I
then
agree.
you comment, and then we will verify your subscription that you're not a bot, or I don't know what they call it, and then we'll make sure that Bram phones you, or if he'll Facebook message you, and then he'll video call you, and then he'll tell you the story in person.
What we'll do is, I'll make a short little reel
Okay.
about the real estate story. Insiders, if you want to hear it, first and foremost, right out of the mouth, here we go. Pop us a comment, subscribe, like us, share us, and we'll share the story with you with
Just for the
love.
record, I don't know what they're talking
So,
about.
Mr. Roland Rudd, if you are looking to strengthen the commercial leg of your school, real estate sales has just become a very real possibility for you. You've got a specialist in that. So let's move on from there, get away from Riverside and back into Bloemfontein. Lebohang, tell us your Rising Stars tournament. What did you enjoy the most?
It's the hockey.
The hockey. But what about the hockey did you enjoy the most? Which game stood out for you?
The times when you won.
Oh, well, that's obvious. Your coach is going to say, yeah. And what happens when you don't win? Is it does your coach stop smiling?
Yes, sir.
Does it get angry at you when you don't win?
Was when you against Greepy. That was the only time, sir, when you got angry. But
Is that?
yes, but then the rest, because you won all our games except for the final and Greepy.
Okay.
Okay.
Final, that was a tough affair. I mean, I watched that. You guys were down fairly early in the game, and there was a man standing around you who put Great College 1 up. Then you guys came back with like 4 minutes to play to draw level per terms. And then we went into an 8-second shootout. And then there's a little man there, but with the surname of Jacobs. Dimitri Jacobs decided to do something with his second take at the goalkeeper. Do you want to tell the folks back home what happened?
So he took the ball, ran, and then once he got in the D, he stopped and then flicked it over the keeper.
And it looked like he's been doing that for a million times at home, because he was so calm under that. And then you scored.
Yes.
Okay. Unfortunately, Uli, didn't go your way.
Yeah.
But how was that tournament for you?
No, look, it was a great tournament for me. I think it's great that we can have that opportunity, especially for the junior school, to play tournament hockey this time of the year. So yeah, we were very lucky to participate in that tournament.
For me, what stood out was the camaraderie, the friendships, the vibe out here. There was music, there was experience, there was bright flays going. It was kids laughing, kids having fun, kids off the park, making friends, and that was the lovely part for me. And obviously, when we got onto the park, the competitive stuff was there, and the level of under 13 hockey that I saw this weekend was phenomenal.
Yeah,
And it's amazing to see, Coach Uli, that that under 13s at under 13 level we can actually produce hockey like that. And it's probably the testament of school programs like yourselves that really puts a lot of effort into the under 13s.
Yeah, I think we have to give credit to Cheryl Zietsman. It was the 9th tournament of the 9th year that she hosted the Rising Stars tournament, and she knows what she's doing when it comes to hosting tournaments. So yeah, it was a spectacle event. And then I'm involved with the high school as well, and the juniors are the guys that come next, so attention has to be given there. Second term isn't seen as a hockey term in the Free State, so when it comes to the junior school, but luckily we have a little bit of leeway there to get going with our junior teams.
But Coach Uli, I think it's a trend all over South Africa where primary school hockey is sort of just term bound, but we see more and more of it where schools are really serious about their programs, do take their programs 11, 12, I want to say 12 because it's summer holidays, but 11 months a year on their junior programs, which is phenomenal to actually see, and we quite need that, Uli, for our game to actually expand and to grow.
Yeah, it is a little bit difficult for the size of our schools. Our boys play everything. Mafa will tell you he's a soccer player as well. A lot of them play rugby and cricket, hockey and soccer. So it is a little bit challenging, but amongst the staff we make a way and we get it going.
I see your coach called you Mafa, so that must be your go-to, your nickname in the team. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
It's got a lot more punch to it when you say it like that,
It's a
right?
little bit easier to shout.
I can hear you. Also, it sounds a lot like some other stuff. But anyways, Lebogang, let's chat about your school. Obviously, fairly recently got an AstroTurf for the first time, the cabbage patch. How much has that changed your hockey at St Andrews?
A lot, sir. Because then now we have more privileges so that we can play on an Astro, sir, especially since we don't have to go to other schools to borrow the Astro to have training, but then we have our own Astro to train by ourselves, sir.
Okay, you guys used to come all the way, yeah, to do your training, and at SMS as well, St Michael's as well, right? Okay. What position do you play?
Center links
Centre link
and right link.
and right link. So you're a midfielder. Okay.
So you're fit.
Yes, sir.
And you're a soccer player.
Yes.
Where do you play soccer?
I play midfield also.
Midfielder.
What number's on your back?
In soccer, in number 8.
Number 8. Okay. You guys have numbers on your back at the pro hockey.
We haven't got our kits yet.
Okay. But also, did you ask for number 8?
No, sir.
What did you ask for?
I haven't asked it, sir.
Haven't you asked it?
I
Coach Uli, can this man please have number 8?
He can
Okay,
have
there we
number
go.
8.
It's
He's
confirmed. 8
captain,
is
so he
yours.
gets first pick.
So, okay. So you can pay the bill afterwards. All right.
Mafa, why do you pick number 8? What is special about number 8? Is there a meaning of it?
So last year, I wanted to get one because of what's the name, Tony Cruz, when he was retiring last year. So then I wanted to get number 8, sir, just to carry him on my back, sir, because I also loved the way how he played football, sir.
Why? What made him special? What do you reckon?
Excuse me, sir.
What made him special as a football player?
Sir, everything, sir.
His ability to pass the ball was
Yes.
quite spectacular, right?
Yes, sir.
Couldn't
Because
put-
like he barely misses any passes.
there we go.
Mafa, tell me quickly, did you do an 8 second in that final?
I was going to do one, sir, but then they scored.
Ah. And throughout the cycle, did you do one throughout the cycle?
No, sir.
Okay, so can I ask you, so you were preparing because you thought you might have to go step up to the plate to go and deliver an 8 second. What was going through your mind in a situation like that?
That's pressure, lots of pressure, sir. Because I'm thinking like, if I miss and they score, now I'm gonna think it's all my fault that we didn't win, or it could be that like I win, or I'd be too cocky with myself that I'm going to score, then next thing I miss, and then they win, because they end up scoring then. So.
Coach Uli, and do you do some sort of training with your boys to look after pressure situations like that mentally?
Yeah, we try and implement it in our training. Our training is try and have it at a high tempo so that the boys feel I'm very vocal during training, so they hear a lot of noise. But for moments like that in the final of a tournament, it's very difficult to prepare them for. But like I said, it was a great opportunity for 12, 13-year-olds to experience something like that. It was very exciting. Win or lose, I definitely take a lot of positives from that tournament.
Yeah, and it definitely brought to the vibe of this whole, that, and it was sort of the last moments of the tournament, and it brought so much vibe and anticipation. Everyone that was in this arena, all was standing just around the fence over here watching the 8 seconds. And I think you went to about 10 or so of these 8 seconds.
We had 7. It was
Seven.
seven aside. So
7
we
rounds.
The 3 that went first was done. We were still tied, and then we went to sudden death. And if they scored, we scored. If we missed, they missed, and then they got the last one at the.
I think the one thing that stood out for me is obviously that little Dimitri Jacobs moment, and then also the quality of both keepers. It was very, very good to watch. Dale, I think for Great College, and on your side, Ivor Stein. I'll have you know, I grew up with his dad.
Is that?
Yes, and with his uncle. Both horrible rubbish at hockey, but gutsy. So you can obviously see in Ivor's game. But two very good goalkeepers in the making. The future looks very bright there.
Yeah, Ivor very calm, collected. He hasn't experienced that before, so to see him come forward and step up to the plate in a big moment, and even when we lost it in the 8 seconds, he handled it quite well.
Let's talk about losing in. It's under 13 hockey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go two parts in this question. How do you handle losing, and what is the most difficult part of coaching these days? Because I think the answer might be, might complement each other.
Yeah, so losing is a part of the game. I like to refer it as we don't lose, we get lessons.
Okay.
Especially with the under 13s. So look, it's something you need to deal with. Something I emphasize a lot is when we fail forward. So when we go on to our next task, we try and not make the same mistakes. Mistakes will happen nevertheless, but it was good lessons for the boys.
I think
And for
that's
me
one
as
thing we
well.
are guaranteed in life.
Yeah.
Sport and in life, and that's why I feel sport is such a crucial component for youngsters in their growth to become young individuals, young grown-ups, etc. You learn how to deal with setbacks effectively, because that's a guarantee. You will make mistakes. You will lose at a point of time. You're gonna lose, but it's a matter of how you actually deal with that loss. And I like your phraseology, if that's the right word. Yeah,
That's a big word.
for an
On
Afrikaans
this
speaking
phone,
person, JD. Yes, I have
I've
to
got
go
to
dig deep.
verify that word,
Please do. I don't know
phraseology.
if it's legitimate, but I'm going to use it nevertheless. I like to make
He can use it. I'm
my
not
own
using that
vocabularies,
word.
yeah.
Phraseology.
Don't write in the English
Please
essay.
don't. There's no such
Yeah,
word. Okay, I can
listen,
guarantee you.
And I actually forgot we're actually busy with English speaking schools here, so I got to count my words better.
Phraseology.
Yeah. Well,
There we
everything
go.
has
Pretoria, as julle luister, daar's 'n woord vir die week.
phraseology.
Phraseology.
Okay, but I like the way you express that in terms of we're learning. It's lesson bound. It's not we've lost. We've taken lessons. We can take lessons to become better, to know where we not want to be, where we want to go. And I think it's important at this level, Marfa, to understand that. And I bet you Coach Uli does understand that lesson, as he's had to deal with setbacks himself in his life before. But I used to coach him many moons ago. Not
He
so
used to
many moons ago.
lose to a team called Tweespread. You know that?
No.
Not me.
I just need to put the record straight here, JD. We have never lost against Tweespread. Never.
Well, folks, if you don't know, Tweespread is the current Bloemfontein League champions. I'll just put that out there. Well done, the boys from Tweesies. Let's get back to Marfa. What's the big dream? Do you see yourself playing hockey after school? Where do you see this going? Or are you going to move and play soccer for Manchester United?
Play soccer, sir.
Full time.
That's where the money is, apparently. But do those two sports complement each other, Marfa? Are they similar in a way?
Yes.
In which way are they similar?
Like, do you mean by the rules or?
No, just by the general way the game is played. I mean, you play in the midfield in the hockey, and you play in midfield in soccer and football as well. So, similarities in the midfield, structure-wise.
Don't really know how to answer.
Okay, but it's also the feel is almost the same, except in football you have an offside trap that you have to manage. That's it, right?
Yes.
And you learn a lot from watching football. Obviously, not learning a lot from Manchester United at the moment, but watching the other teams that are better for now. Those add to your hockey. Am I right?
Yes.
Trevor, getting back to my other question, what's the most difficult part about coaching hockey at the moment?
Regarding St. Andrews?
No, just coaching in general. What's the biggest thing at the moment?
Parents.
Parents, yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Parents, yeah.
Why do you think parents are so difficult when it comes to managing? And I'm not saying it sounds like we are generalizing, but it's a concern that's on the rise at the moment.
I'm not a parent myself, so I can't really relate. I just think there's a fine line between supporting and trying to be the coach. Or we put a lot of pressure as coaches on the players, and often they get into the car and they get the same pressure from the parents. And I think somewhere there needs to be a little bit of more support from one or the other.
Okay, and that's obviously not going to come from you because you're the coach and you've got a job to do, right? So parents, if you're listening, maybe a bit more support in a constructive way and a little bit less pressure. I asked the question with intent, obviously, because we all suffer the same problems at times. I'm sharing coaching spots every now and then. But what excites you about South African hockey at the moment?
I think there's a lot that excites me. I think the level of hockey at a young age is miles higher than when I played under 13 hockey.
That was like 40 years ago, right?
But you played hockey on grass, so you can't really you cannot. You can't even compare.
Even when we got the privilege to play in the Astro, the level of hockey has changed a lot in a very short period of time. High school hockey as well. There's more schools putting up their hand. It's not just your big schools. The quality of coaches these schoolboys are exposed to from a young age. I mean, next to you have Bram van Wyk, who coaches under 13 girls hockey, which is excellent. So there's a lot that excites me. If you look at our national side, currently it's a very young group, and they're also performing week in, week out. So yeah, I think the level of hockey and the rate of improvement is really good to see.
Mafa, have you got a favourite player, hockey player, currently? Not really.
And in school?
At school?
Like in the first team.
Yes, you've got to pick your words carefully. Yeah.
Ubakeng, sir.
Ubakeng. Why Ubakeng?
Sir. It's just a friend, sir, and also like we play the same position.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
And he's dynamic. He's a phenomenal midfield player.
And he's a man with probably one of the 4 or 5 with plenty of pace, right? We spoke about. Gents, it's been amazing having you on our show. Mafa, wishing you the very best in your future endeavours. I hope hockey is part of that. Trevor, well done on starting or getting into a groove now with your program. I think the hard work has been done in getting it set up, and the machine is finally starting to tick over for you guys, which we are really enjoying at the moment. So kudos for you. Mafa, we're not going to let you go yet because we're going to play a little game. It's an 8-second shootout. Okay, so what we're gonna do? Yeah, please don't lose this one.
And you gotta process this nicely in the mind, because I asked that question purposefully previously because I knew JD's gonna come up with this 8-second. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna ask you 8 questions. First thing that comes to mind is the answer, guys, and then we'll decide if you won your 8-second shootout or not. Okay, so favorite hockey stick brand? Grays. Favorite boots to play with?
Like hockey boots?
Yes.
Adidas.
Okay. Favorite soccer player?
What's the name? All time?
All time? Yeah.
Neymar.
Okay. Favorite soccer club?
Manchester United.
Okay. Would you play hockey in Netherlands or England one day? England. Can you play a musical instrument?
No.
No. Can you sing?
No.
Yeah, I see you've watched the previous episodes. Mouth guard or no mouth guard?
Mouth guard.
Okay. And then the last one, your favorite coach of all time?
Mr. Robbenheimer.
Well, folks, there we have it. He's been prepped well. Mafa, it's been amazing having you on the show. Uli, we're going to go into yours. Okay. Yours is going to be a little more harder. Favorite town?
George.
Favorite city?
Cape Town.
Favorite shoe brand?
Adidas.
Favorite hockey player?
Eritros.
Why?
It's when I grew up, I was watching a lot
The
of
drag flicking specialist.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Uli liked to call
Yeah.
himself a drag flicker.
Oh, yeah, true. Favorite
But he
favorite
used to flick a lot off the turf, you know.
favorite hockey club?
South Africa.
Yes.
Koffsies.
Favorite international club?
South Africa.
Last one. Netflix or a book?
Netflix.
Favorite series?
Money Heist.
What's the best movie you've watched on Netflix?
I
That's the trick question.
can't.
Running out.
You
The
out.
missus chooses all the movies.
You are out. Gone.
You can
Buzz
see
at
who's in control of the remote at home. Uli only gets to watch football every third Sunday, and that's when Ipswich and Nottingham City play. But anyways, folks, it's been amazing having these two fine gentlemen from St Andrews with us. Don't go too far away, because there's 2 more to bring to you in this series where we're covering this Rising Stars tournament. Gents, amazing to have you. Wishing you all the best for the season. Great work.
Thank you,
Well
Jay.
done, Mafa.
Thank you for having
All
us.
the best to
gents.
you. Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. We'll catch you again. Insiders, welcome back to our next episode where... No, it's not our next episode. What am I talking about? It feels like we're going through an episode, but it's still the episode where we're covering the Rising Stars tournament that took place over the weekend. With me, the winners of the under 13 section, the boys section. Man, Logan van der Westhuizen, the captain. Might be short in stature, but a giant on the field is this young man. And joined by his coach Mbali as you are so fondly referred to, or as some of your friends call you, Mr. Geldenhuis, the boss of Great College Primary. And then Brom, I don't know if you know that, but Mbali's actually the guy who calls the shots there.
Oh,
Don't
really?
know, yeah.
No.
You can ask young Logan, yeah. Mbali's the man in charge, right, Logan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about Logan van der Westhuizen. How old are you now?
Well, I'm still 12 years old, going to 13.
Could have fooled me. I thought you were 16 by the way you play hockey. Always born in Bloemfontein?
Yes.
Okay, and attended grade college from grade 1?
Yes, from
Okay.
grade R.
From grade R. Okay, sorry, correction. It just shows you how old I am. Grade R and grade double R lately I hear, and triple R and things like that. Mbali, a man who originally hails from the Eastern Cape. Talk to us. Born and raised where?
In a small town called King Williamstown.
King
Eastern
Williamstown.
Cape, yeah.
Oh, that's where that royalty comes from, right?
Down on the Kings, they say.
Yes.
Yeah.
As I say,
Schooling?
Dale College.
Oh, Dale, old
Primary,
boy.
then,
You can hear it.
College.
Yes, and then varsity days.
Varsity days are NMU.
Okay, and then
Those days, and then
from there on to Grey High.
Grade P, primary.
junior school?
Junior school.
Yes.
I used to coach at 10s there. I was involved with the cricket and hockey program.
Okay.
And then here.
Then
college.
yeah, great college.
How long have you been at Great College now for, Coach Mbali?
But 8 years now.
8 years.
Yeah, 8 years. 2018. 2018 was my first
I
year.
started teaching at the age of 14. That's how young he is.
I was quite young.
Logan, let's get into you. Let's talk about how was this past tournament for you? What was the highlight besides winning? Let's forget about winning because you are accustomed to winning apparently. What was the one thing that stood out for you?
Well, the one thing that stood out really for me was the different schools that we played against, like Linwood and Kimberley,
Okay.
and the competition was quite high.
Okay.
Like Saints and our grade B team, whose standard is very high.
Okay, let's talk about that grade B side because there's a rivalry inside rivalries. You lost to them 3 weeks ago or so in a local Koffsies tournament, and then Saturday night came about, and boy, did you guys! I think that was your best game of the season so far. What was it? Let's start with. Let's get the bragging rights out the way. What was that final score?
That final score was 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah.
Okay, so those guys listening, Great College Primary, there's a couple of rugby boys in that side, I believe. Boys, apparently you lost 4-1. Not apparently, I actually saw you guys losing 4-1, so I think the order has been restored. But it's a good place to be in Mbali in terms of a coaching point of view. There's real depth.
Yeah, this year we're really fortunate to have two strong 13 sides. I think in the past, 13B side has always been a weaker side that we used to walk over them. But I think this year, I think both squads, you could easily pick anyone from the B team and put him in the A side, and one of those things.
You know, JD and Bali, it's evident that I picked up that, you know, from if you look at the Unisia and the 13B team, they also came third, just like your Great College and the 13B. So, you know, when your depth is in good order, you know your first teams will always be sort of strong because there's no room just to relax for those boys. They need to perform week in, week out. Well, what do you guys do? What is there sort of a special recipe that you do to get your A and Bs and your Cs also to perform just as good?
No special recipe as per se, but I think it's just some hard work we've been putting in the past 2 years or so. And what's coming up, a lot of work to be done, but I think the past 2 years we have a very good group of boys who've been really committed to playing hockey. The past 2 years, it's made it easier for us as coaches just to come and do our job. Just also to try to get the balance of, you know, choosing hockey boys as compared to choosing rugby boys. It's always a big debate, and you know, you want to sort of get boys who are really committed to the sport, are playing. And
Now, folks, if we really go into that little dynamic that Mbali just mentioned, we could probably do another 4 episodes just on that, rugby, hockey, all of that, but we don't want to go into that. Logan, tell us, what position do you play?
I play striker.
Striker. How many goals have you scored this season?
I think in like mid-20s.
The mid-20s.
Oh my
It's the
goodness.
beginning of the season.
I have to count, I must say.
I
But it's
know.
close. He's
You
close
don't
about
you
that.
don't teach math at school, do you?
No, I don't. teach
Okay,
maths.
yeah. Okay, that's something we need to work on. Your coach needs to get a statistician to
No,
write
I
in.
do tell you them actually in my book, but not here at the moment. But end of the season, you'll know how many goals, Logan.
Logan, what is special about playing for the Great College under 13A hockey side?
Something special is for playing for my school, which is a very big thing, and playing for my teammates and my coach.
And your coach?
And for myself.
That's refreshing to hear.
Yeah, I like that. I
I
like
also
that,
like
that
that.
last part. I know we always want to play for your coach, but I like that I play for myself also. Because I mean, isn't that what it's about? We always look to think about someone else. Never look to think to listen myself. How do I play? I mean, we look at that player, we look at that player, we look at that player, and sometimes that's not good for creating self-confidence or self-image. And what Logan just said is so true. It's so valuable information, insiders. Play for yourself too. Look at yourself and see yourself as a valuable asset to your team.
Let's talk about valuable assets, and that Coach Brown mentioned it. There's obviously a balance in your life. Okay, and why I say asset is there's a lot of people who miss that change and pursue a single sport or a single discipline from a very young age, and then they forget about the rest. But the other sports that you do, apparently you like taking money from older people on the paddle court.
Well, yeah. Yes, I really
Yeah.
do like.
Folks, I've seen this kid in action. He does not walk around anywhere. He runs everywhere he needs to be. And you also play a musical instrument.
Yes, I play drums.
You play drums.
Drums.
Are you in a band?
Yes, I played last year in a band.
And
This-
who's your lead singer?
Inga.
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 Oh, there's a bit of
And you're-
musical romance going on,
And,
yeah?
and what's your band's name?
I think it was Star Shreds.
Okay, so you know what we're gonna do here at Inside the D podcast. We're gonna be your very first production. You're gonna bring your band. We're gonna be airing you, and you're gonna give us a show. Is that a deal?
Yes. it's
Good,
good.
great. I can't
Yeah,
wait for this.
deal done,
Yes,
so-
thank you, insiders. We'll share you some dates and times when we're gonna have this live band.
I'm
on
busy that
screens
week.
here.
Anyway.
Jada, you'll be the MC.
Yeah, so how important is having a balance in your life to you?
Well, I mean, it's very important.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Academically, yeah, I know it's difficult. They say Great College is more of a sports institute than an academic institute. But yeah, I mean, obviously the focus on the academics as well. Your dad, I know, won't allow you to skimp on that.
No, not at all. He always says academics come first, and it is so because.
And do you live by that? Does academics come first?
No, not really.
Not yet. Not
Talk
yet.
is cheap. If who's your you? I heard a rumor you also like watching a bit of soccer, right?
Yes.
Who's your favorite team?
I have to go say PSG.
PSG. Okay. Who's your favorite soccer player of all time?
Lamine Yamal.
Okay, there we go. And let's move more to the hockey side. Your favorite hockey player?
Jep Jansen.
Yep, Janssen. That's the
And
name.
Gasti, that's.
And the Tairo Gasti, he's just like looking over his shoulder here because.
Because she's in the arena,
Yeah,
yeah.
she,
folks.
Oh, there we
sorry.
go. There we go.
Insiders. She's in the arena with Diane Kasim.
Yeah, don't go too far away because we're gonna have an episode with them as well. Bali, the toughest part about coaching hockey at the moment.
At the moment, I think, there's a whole lot of things in the ecosystem. Parents, winning players' hearts, there's a whole lot of things. But I think parents for me stands out.
Why do you coach?
The why for me, JD, has changed from year to year, from season to season. I think the biggest why for me when I started coaching was giving another person opportunity that I didn't get. I think now it's just to watch players grow and just become their best version.
Okay, that is
That's wise words.
that's as
I mean,
real
that's,
as it
that-
gets.
that's what we all strive to as coaches. You want to see your players grow, and that, that's for me is the biggest satisfaction. Yes, it's nice to win.
Yeah.
It's nice to see the goals racking up, but just to see your players
Grow.
go and from out of your hands, where they become from out of your hands. In the high school, after school, that's one of the biggest victories as coaches that we get, is to see the fundamentals that you installed in their life. And we as coaches, we play, and teachers for that matter, play a big part in that role to install values and belief systems and all those things for our kids growing up.
Absolutely.
Logan, let's go into the future a bit. 10 years from now, you are 23, 22. What is the number on your back that you're playing with?
10.
Number 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see, what's the big dream 10 years from now? Where do you want to play hockey? Because I know you want to play hockey.
Yes, I really do want to play hockey for Netherlands.
For the Netherlands.
Yes.
He's got a big dream, yeah. So, guys, listening in Europe, here's your next man. Line him up, get him into the system. He loves it. He's got a bit of Bobby Dazzle with the hands. His coach Mbali would have taught him a lot of that. Not the aerial skill. He will teach Mbali the aerial skill. Mbali's more of a hit and stop, pass and receive kind of guy.
Basics.
Ja, the basics of hockey. Jy raak seker bietjie naar as jy die woord basics hoor, want jou coach sê dit die hele tyd vir jou.
Yeah, not really, because it's basically the most important thing when you
Okay.
play hockey.
You can see the values is really installed there. Hey, the fundamentals are laid out there.
I
Understanding. We don't get bored of the basics.
I don't buy this. Somebody's prepped this kid. He's way too good now on the mic. Anyways, gents, it's been fantastic to have you guys on the show. Good luck with your season. I know it's only starting actually after this term. You guys head off to IPTs. You go play a bit of tournament hockey, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then it's back to Grey College. It's league hockey. It's inter schools. Who have you guys got lined up? Grape Junior School.
So yeah, the biggest inter to come is Grey PE, Grey
Nice.
High Inter.
Oh.
That's always the one to look forward to, and I think the boys are looking forward to that one.
Do you get to go home? Is this time or are they coming here?
No, we're going that side.
You're going. I'll say
so-
home because yeah.
It's not home anymore, I suppose.
But anyways, guys, it's been great having you. We're going to go into our 8-second shootout. Okay, Logan, we're going to start with you. Okay, it's going to be really simple. We're going to ask you questions, a bunch of questions, and then you're going to answer them with the first thing that comes to mind. Okay. Favorite color?
Navy,
Favorite? Let's ask you this way. Favorite shoe brand?
Nike,
Nike. Favorite movie?
The Incredibles,
It's refreshing. Piano or guitar?
guitar,
Do you play the guitar?
no,
Okay. Favorite actor? It's okay to say the Grinch.
yeah, I really don't know.
Okay.
Sometimes you can say a coach as well, eh?
Yeah, he's also an actor, right?
Because I've seen coaches, they're acting next to the sideline. They're performing.
Okay. Netflix or reading?
Netflix,
What do you watch on Netflix?
my favorite thing on Netflix is
Oh,
Surely
it's
it
fine.
must be the rookie.
Is it also the
You
rookie?
watch the rookie.
no, it's
Okay, let's go to the next one. Favorite emoji that you use when you text? Or
the
send?
laughing emoji.
The laughing emoji. And then the last one. Olympics or World Cup?
World Cup.
World Cup. Well, there you go, folks. It's Logan van der Westhuizen is more of a World Cup kind of guy than the Olympics. And Bali, this is your turn. Okay, ready. Favorite town?
King Williamstown,
Favorite city?
Cape Town,
Favorite shoe brand?
Adidas,
Jeans or chinos?
Chinos,
Changed. Favorite musician?
Fela Kuti,
That's a new name I have to go and Google. Favorite Netflix or book?
Netflix these days.
Netflix these days has kids now. As a kid now, it's what it is. Favorite pizza?
That pepperoni, Romans.
He's a nice one in Bali. Listen, it is really nice, yeah.
Okay, steak or pasta?
Steak.
Okay. Oros or water?
Oros.
And then the last one.
I like it how JD started laughing.
Favorite bird?
Jeez. The heron.
The heron.
The heron.
Okay.
Why?
You can see guys from the Eastern Cape.
Yeah, the heron. It's just a schools.
Crest.
Alma maters, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Dale College.
College.
Yeah, Dale College or Grey College?
Ish. Insiders.
This is a tough one, eh?
Let's go, Mbali.
It is a tough one.
Where do you work now?
at Great College.
Okay, so
Okay, there's the answer.
Yeah.
So we can go through that off air again. Gents, crazy to catch up with you again.
Okay, you just before we go on, I think myself and the insiders just want to know why did you start chuckling? Was that an inside joke here? Odors of water. Can we just hear the story?
No,
is there a story?
No, there's no real story here, but you can ask a couple of great college coaches when they speak about Oroso water. But anyways,
Okay, there is a story.
yeah, there's
There is
always a
story.
bit of
Okay,
something.
okay, I
Guys, best
understand.
of luck. Wishing you a great season ahead. Strongs against the other Grey Junior School, and yeah, make the most of those memories. And yeah, it's been awesome hanging out.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Cheers.
coach. Thank you.
Folks, that's it for Great College then. We're going to have St. Michael's up next. Don't go too far away. It should be a very, very good one. Insiders, you join us as we have the folks from St. Michael's joining us. Listen to this. Kele Mohalerwe. Good afternoon. Welcome. And then a bit of South African royalty in terms of the family legacy. Malrick, how's the surname Maddox? If you are in South Africa and you're watching hockey, that surname will come out. Brom, a family that has laid down the mark in terms of South African hockey.
Absolutely, and if you know Coach Mella, as we know him here in Bloemfontein, for you insiders out there, representing South Africa at outdoor and indoor. Mella, what does it take to be an athlete of that stature?
Yeah, that's a bit of a difficult question. I just think I think it takes a lot of sacrifice, self-discipline, and a lot of hard work, and also taking a lot of disappointment. I think a lot of people think when you reach a certain point, you need to stop working hard and everything will go your way. But you need to understand that you need to consistently work, because you get into the setup, you get into a squad, you don't make a team for a tournament. You might get dropped out of the squad, but hard work never stops, and you need to consistently demand better from yourself and not depend on those around you, the coaches. But you need to demand a lot more from yourself.
That's something, Mella, that I can see in your coaching style. Obviously, you've transgressed into from playing to coaching these days. Is there something that you take out of your playing career and apply to your coaching career?
Yeah, what I try to do is I try to give anybody from primary school to high school to even the university and any other platform where I coach, I like to bring the simplicity into the game, because that's something I wish someone could have told me when I was much younger. And I was privileged enough to obviously spend 2 seasons in Germany with the likes of Dejan, Mustafa, Devon, and another guy from Portugal, Rodrigo. And that's when I realized how simple the game actually is, and how you should just pay attention to your basics and just keep it as simple as possible. And that's what I try to bring, and also try to teach everyone, the cheat codes which you don't normally pick up on, how to manipulate things by doing smaller movements and actually just having that self-belief. So I try to give that to everyone that I coach, and I try to navigate away from the traditional way of coaching.
Kelly, is that what you experience when Coach Mella walks into the park there by St. Michael's and he gets his coaching board out and he puts his cap on and starts chucking out the beacons? Is that what you experience?
Yes, sir.
And do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy that sort of style of coaching currently?
Yes, sir, I do, sir.
Because, I mean, JD, I don't know if you've seen the St. Michael's team. Obviously, they've played in this Rising Star tournament. They've played in the final against the Unisi team that we just interviewed earlier. And they got into the final, Mella, and I think it's your second year that you've actually got into the final of the Rising Star competition.
We lost to Unisi again last year as well.
Again.
There's something about, and my daughter incidentally plays on that side, but there's something that when we spoke about that final the next day, I mentioned to her there's a reason why St. Michael's is in the final, and you are a team. I watched you guys at All Girls. I watched you at various tournaments. You're definitely a tournament team. You like tournaments. What is it about that side and tournaments? What gels so well in that?
Being the school we are, we don't get exposed to as much games and derbies and tours like other schools do. So when we are playing in a tournament, it's a good opportunity for us to play hockey in successive days. It gives us a short turnaround time, so whatever we've made mistakes on, it gives us quicker time to fix, and it's imprinted in the girls' minds and they've experienced it, as opposed to playing league games where you're playing this week, maybe in 2 weeks' time again. So I think the shorter successions really helps us quite a bit, and it gives us an opportunity to test the little we've done, because all we've been doing has been passing and receiving for the whole year so far.
But
There's
Mara,
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but that's the fundamentals of hockey. You need to be able to pass and push and hit and slap and do it accurately. Otherwise, the other skills means absolutely nothing. Kelly, what's the one thing from the tournament, the Rising Star tournament you just participated in, where you won the silver medal? What was the highlight of that tournament for you?
So I enjoyed the tournament, but at the same time, I think that when we got there, we also got a bit slacky because we made it into the finals. But at the same time, it was a huge achievement for us because for the few years that we've been playing, like last year, we were fighting for third and fourth, and now we were fighting for first and second.
That's called progression. What's it like to be coached by a man like Malrick Maddox? Remember, you can. This is a public platform. You have to be honest, yeah, okay, because we'll have the moment on camera.
It's nice, and we do a lot of fitness most of the time, and it's enjoyable to have Mr. Maddox as a coach.
Does it make it fun?
I've seen him push out that big black wheelie bin, and that bin seems to be filled with hockey balls. But you guys seem to get excited when that bin arrives, and then he only tells you to go to the baseline and start running. I've seen it. I've seen the smiles and excitement turn to anguish. Does he do that to you often?
Not really, sir.
Yeah, we have a new one now. We're packing the cones out in fives on the sideline, and you can see the change of expression on their faces
When they see
towards the end of
when
the
they see the
sessions.
cones coming out.
Yeah, then you can see.
But it's so important, Kelly. You know, if you got to be fit to play this game. If you're not fit and you can't do the basics, pushing and stopping insiders, then I don't know. Then you're in the wrong place. I was at a tournament once. Greg Hessam, if you're listening, and if you know Greg Hessam, he used to coach Waterkloof, and he told his girls, if you sign up for hockey, you sign up for running. Otherwise, you might have go play netball.
Are you sure it's not Wayne Kutsir you spoke to?
Well, I know Wayne Kutsir has the same philosophy, but the first time I've heard it publicly loud next to the field where coaches shouts at his players, if you want to play, if you don't want to run, go play netball. Because you're actually not allowed to run with the ball in netball. I think that's what he meant.
Yeah.
Hockey is a running game. You got to be fit and you got to do the basics right. And I think that's the point that I wanted to get to. And it's such a true mark. And you can see it in the St. Michael's team. You girls are fit and you're fast, and you've got the skills out there to trap and pass. And you know it's difficult to play against you girls because of just that, just doing the basics right.
Yes, sir.
What is it about hockey that you enjoy the most, Kelly?
The tournaments, sir.
The tournaments. Do you think that the hard work and the fitness you do in the week makes it even more enjoyable when you get to a tournament?
Yes, sir.
It does, right? Makes it a bit easier. Makes it easier to concentrate on the field
Yes,
if you're
sir.
fitter.
Yes, sir. it
Okay.
does.
Let's talk about the other things that Kelly does when she does not play hockey. What do you enjoy doing in your spare time? Because you guys have a lot of spare time. Let's talk about that.
So I study for my exams.
You study for your exams. Your mom is not here, so you can be honest.
No, sir, I study.
What's the big dream when studying? What profession? Which career? Are you going to follow mom's footsteps? What do you want to do?
I want to open my own like hockey clinic and also open my own like chef like restaurant.
Your own hockey
Ah.
clinic. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Why do you want to open your own hockey clinic?
So that when I get older, I don't stop playing hockey, and I also teach like the younger kids that there's more than like just focusing on your academics, and you can also have fun, and that you need to also put on the spare time to practice.
So, let me take something back here. Okay, so 2 or 3 years ago, a young Kelly would have never thought that. And let me guess, a man sitting next to you has had a lot to do about that dream in the future of having your own hockey clinic. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Well, Malrick Maddox, if there's one thing you've done right, it's inspiring the next generation of coaches. So, kudos to you. It's testament to your character and how you approach the game, not just a servant in terms of playing, but also as a coach. And yeah, big feather in your cap for that. I think we spoke about it some time ago, myself and Brian. It's just how you've changed the culture, the hockey culture at St. Michael's. It's the numbers were dwindling at a stage, and all of a sudden you get there in the afternoon from about 3 onwards. It's just players everywhere. How did you do that? How did you change that?
I don't know, to be honest. There was a time, and it is a public platform where I can speak about this. There was a time I was doubting what I was doing, and it just changed. When you're new, people don't know who you are, what you're about, and I'm not one to go around to say the little bit I've achieved in the sport where I've been. And I think the girls were just maybe intimidated by my presence being a male in an all-girls school. But I think having a good year last year, building relationships with the girls, understanding that, we're all human and we're not playing this game for the money, and we're all really playing the game for the love of it. And them buying into the ideologies and building those transparent relationships with them and putting in the hard yards and actually simplifying hockey more than what we could have. You mentioned earlier on when I take out a board, currently I don't coach them with a coaching board. So everything we do is to do with the game itself and the fundamentals of the game. I'm a firm believer I cannot move to a board if they cannot understand the simple movement. So to overcomplicate the game makes it extremely difficult, but I also do think because we've simplified it and we've tried to make an enjoyable space for all of them, that maybe there's a little bit of a turnaround.
Insiders, if you're a coach and you rewind 30 seconds ago to where we are now, take down a pen, record, or maybe just record that and share that, because that is probably one of the best pieces of advice I've heard in a very, very long time. So yeah, make sure you highlight that, share that around with your friends in the coaching game, Brian.
I just want to find out here from Kelly. I just want to find the fun stuff here. Kelly, who's the funniest girl in your team coming to tournaments?
Who's the clown?
I think Angela, sir.
Angela.
Yes.
What makes her so funny? What does she do? Just share with the insiders out there.
She has a very positive spirit whenever she plays hockey, and she likes skilling on the field, and when it's time to play hockey, then she plays hockey. When it's time to joke, then she jokes.
What position do you play?
I play centre back, sir.
Centre back.
She is a solid centre back. You don't get past Kelly too often.
No, I watched you in the final and you made some big tackles there against that Unisi team. My daughter, for one, told me that it was not very nice running out against you. So your job was very well done.
Kelly, and who's the most serious girl in your team?
Kelly.
So I think I'd say Masejo.
Masejo, I'm intimidated already.
And tell me lastly, what do you think is what makes your team so special?
That at each practice we try to show up and to give our best. Like Mr. Maddox says, if you're gonna be like, you have to put your emotions and your attitude on a scale from 1 to 10, and he says that you must never be at a 10 or a 1, you must always be at a 5.
At a 5, in between.
Yes, sir.
In between. Oh, that's some good advice. And do
Well
you girls do
balanced.
it?
At practice, not really, sir. And on the field, I'd say that we push until that we're tired and our bodies are stiff.
What was in the Rising Star? What was the thing that stood out for you the most in that tournament? This last tournament you've played now.
I think it was the fact that we made it to the finals and that we actually pushed ourselves so that we could make it there.
Absolutely. And
Right.
JD, I must tell you, I was impressed. And going into that final, you could see the Unisi girls. They were also, jittery and nervous because it's final, but it's against St. Michael's, and they've played against St. Michael's, and all the games that they've played against them were really tough and hard games. And it's a testament to the program at St. Michael's, and it's a breath of fresh air to see that there are so many more schools in their programs getting better and better, and it's lovely. It's lovely to have you all on the show with us today and to share the insights of your minds and how do you see hockey and how do you perceive hockey, and thank you for being and taking the time to be here.
Now, folks, we're gonna go straight. Oh, folks. Oh, insiders.
I like this.
Insiders.
I like this.
Look, I'm
I
a
like
man.
this.
I'll own up to my mistake.
Yeah.
Insiders, you got me there. So yeah, if you're listening, We're
But it's
gonna
still a fine. It's still a fine for us, and the fines are just racking up.
I
Jamie.
don't- I do not
we
like-
have to stop with this now. We
I
have
do
to
not
stop with
like
this, folks. Now.
your ideas when it comes to fines. Opening it to a public platform, people will get crazy. They will make us do stupid things.
And we've heard, we had a comment from the previous show. We got to climb into goalkeeper kits. Maybe we'll get you in a goalkeeper kit when we have Maddox hitting at you.
No,
That's a brilliant
that
idea.
is the short
Insiders, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get this
No.
on
Where-
camera
where-
for you.
Where I come from, you set the standard by doing what you're saying. So Bram van Wyk will be in pads and Marek Maddox. And one of our guests, I'm going to try and set this up for somewhere in this week, but we'll let one of the international players out on him as well. Guys need practice. He'll be a big enough target to hit. So
I'll
we'll
take
get-
Maddox. You can take Dahan.
No, there's no ways.
Yeah, there you go. We go.
We're going to go into our 8-second shootout, Kelly. Do you know how this works?
Yes, sir. I do, sir.
Okay, so first question or first answer that comes to mind is the one you're going to give us. Okay, there's no such thing as wrong answers. Okay, are you ready? Okay. Does pineapple belong on a pizza? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Okay. Steak or pasta?
Steak, sir.
Favorite artist, singer?
Billie Eilish, sir.
Sure. Okay. Favorite shoe brand to wear?
Vans.
Vans. How cool is that? When was
I
the
used
last?
to own a pair of Vans
So did
back
I.
in the days. Yeah.
I just got flashbacks. Loving it. Okay. Musical instrument that you wish you could play?
I think the flute.
The flute. Okay. Then you could play that cover song that Mr. Van Wyk here is going to sing. It's Celine Dion, Titanic thing. It's got a bit of flute in there in the beginning. Okay. If you... let me ask you this way. What is the favorite emoji you use when you type?
Sir, I think it's the one where the person's sweating.
Sweating.
That's when you speak to your coach about the training, right? Yeah.
Yes,
She's been well prepped.
Ah.
Okay. Shin pads or no shin pads?
Shin pads, sir.
Okay. Favorite color socks?
Pink.
Pink. Okay. And the last question, it's the most difficult one. Oros or water?
Oros, sir.
Okay, 100%. Marek, let's get into yours. A Netflix or a book?
Netflix.
What do you watch at the moment?
I don't watch anything currently.
He doesn't have
He
time
doesn't
to
have
watch
time
it.
to watch. We should have asked Netflix or coaching, because it's coaching pretty much at the moment. Favorite player you've ever worked with? Playing or coaching?
That's a difficult one.
Okay.
We want to
We
hear.
are-
We want to
Put you
hear.
on the spot. here.
Favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Kasim's and Tevin.
Okay. Tevin Kok.
Yeah,
Okay. A favorite shoe brand?
I don't have one.
Sure.
I'm a simpleton.
He's a simpleton. Okay. If you could, do you play musical instruments?
No, I don't.
If you could play one, which would you play?
The saxophone.
The saxophone is smooth. as well.
Elaborate.
I just always loved the sound of a saxophone.
Okay.
Yeah.
R&B or jazz?
R&B.
Favorite artist?
Ooh. Brian McKnight.
Brian McKnight. Yes, I'm loving this. Bringing back memories here. Let's go. Pizza or pasta?
Pasta.
Pasta. Okay. Favorite city?
Ooh. Johannesburg.
Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Out of every.
I thought it was going to be Kimberley coming out.
No.
No, we didn't say towns. Favorite town?
Bloem. Bloem is my
Bloemfontein.
favorite town.
Okay,
Yeah,
makes
it's
sense.
debatable between Dublin and Johannesburg.
Okay.
But, Johannesburg. It's more like home.
Okay. And then the last one, coaching or playing?
That's a tough one.
Playing.
Playing. Why?
Playing. That's just the adrenaline you get. You can't take anything away from playing. It's I don't know what it would be like if I couldn't be able to play one day.
And
It doesn't need to be at a seriously competitive level, but coaching you can always do while you're playing.
And playing, you've got a sense of control over what happens on the park.
That's true. I like winning.
There's
That's
the
tough.
short.
It's tough when
Coaching,
you're the coach.
your hands are tied.
There's nothing much you can do.
That's probably the biggest frustration about coaching, is wishing that you can move a player while they're standing on the park.
Yes and no.
Yep.
I believe everyone needs to learn to make their own decisions, and that's what a lot of my hockey is based on.
That's
Hockey
where
is
that's where the
situational.
grey hair comes from, right?
Yeah, that's true. So I try to refrain from telling them where to go, what to do. They need to learn to make their own decisions, and I think they'll evolve as players much quicker.
Mala, I just heard JD said you got some grey hair. You willing to show that?
No,
Yeah.
he's got no
No,
grey hair.
no,
This
you remove
guy.
that
He
little
hasn't
peak up
coached
there.
long enough. He has not coached long enough. He won't know about that.
Kelly, does he have grey hair?
No, sir.
Oh, you haven't picked up. Oh, so you
Kelly,
haven't-
you're not trying hard enough.
I need to
Kelly.
cut my hair before they come out.
Insiders, it's been amazing having these two wonderful human beings on our show. Mala, keep doing what you're doing. You're a shining light in this hockey community. Lots of people look up to you, and keep grinding away in the silence. Kelly, we hope to see you play hockey long after school,
Yes.
and make sure you let us know when that coaching clinic starts, because we'd love to send our kids there, or maybe our kids can send theirs there the one day, because you seem like one of those composed, calm characters who will leave a lasting mark on kids out there. So well done, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you develop over the years. Folks, that's it for the Rising Stars edition of this episode. Bron, what a great afternoon this was.
It's been an afternoon, and it's been refreshing just to catch up with the youngsters. You know, the future stars, the next generation, and just to hear how they think about life and hockey as in general, and their coaching staff that works with them, and what fundamentals they plow back into these young kids, and just, you can see the values being installed at a very young age. Just the way they addressed us, and their demeanor around, and how they think about the game and life, and it's been so refreshing. It's lovely to have these type of sessions where we can speak to these girls and boys and their coaching staff. And long may this last, and we really hope, insiders, that we will see these youngsters really blossoming throughout the seasons as they go through their life, and hopefully one day we get to speak to their kids on the show.
Brilliant. We're going to close this off so we can get out of the freezer that is this facility here at Koffsies in Bloemfontein. It's been amazing catching up. Make sure you stay tuned, because there's something pretty amazing loading on the other side. We'll catch you on the other side of this. Inside as well, the little bit of hair I have left is blown back, because today was a pretty special day, Brom.
It was indeed, JD. What a nice afternoon, sitting next to the hockey field and speaking to our youngsters. That's what it's all about. It's about getting the insights from our young players, from players in general, from coaching staff, just to hear how they think about the game, how they go about their business, and the next generation right here in front of everyone. And I bet you we're going to be speaking to them again in 5 years from now on about their successful high school careers as well.
Yeah, I must say it. We always look for a couple of things. Obviously, the hockey talent is something, but just the way they speak, the way they carry themselves in a setting like this, and just the fact that they're still having fun playing hockey, and also the coaches. I think going back to Malrik's interview, there's a lot of truth that came out there, and the fact that we have coaches like the likes of Malrik Maddox, of Mbali Kantu Potgieter, or Mr. Geldnys, as he's so fondly referred to. Those are the coaches that South African hockey needs. They need to keep on nurturing the talent that we have. And from a coaching point of view, you'll understand the responsibility of working with 12 and 13-year-olds.
Absolutely. It's the forming years. It's the years that we've got to create fundamentals for them, so that they can actually grow their house, build their house on a strong fundamentals to take their careers forward, not just as hockey players, but as human beings. And and it's something that we as coaches need to understand and take into our armory, that we work with young players, and we work with players first and foremost that are students, they are learners, they've got many other things that goes in around in their lives. And yes, we want them to perform, but we've got to take into consideration they're just still normal human beings that wants to, like you said rightfully, want to have fun, play the game of hockey, and just keep on being ambassadors for the game that we love so much.
Now, folks, you will definitely, and I said folks again twice, I just did that again. So
you're gonna face that drag flicks from Dayan.
Yeah,
for
insiders.
your punishment for this. Yeah.
Bram van Wyk said he's more than willing to. I won't fit in Karabo Positsi's kids anyway. So
Me
it's,
neither.
you will.
So
You'll
we'll
be
just
okay.
go
You're
with no
tall
kid.
enough.
We'll go with no kids.
He wants to go with no kid
No,
against
not me.
one of the
No.
most dangerous players in the world.
Not
Got to
me.
be kidding me.
Yeah,
That's I think it's the cold setting in, and common sense is evading us at the moment.
Listen,
It has been.
I'll have you back. I'll stand behind the goal box.
No, obviously,
Okay,
that's where we
okay.
need you. Yeah, I'll just face the missiles that he's launching at me. It's been fantastic to be here today at the University of the Free State. What a setting it's been. It's been very enjoyable. But as the sun showing us a last bit of raise here. We're going to do the responsible thing and pack up as quickly as we can and get in front of a fire, because our technical crew is dying behind the scenes, and so are we. Brom, it's been an absolute blast again doing yet another episode with you. And we can't wait to be back.
Thanks, JD. It's an honor. Always an honor to sit next to your friends and chatting hockey.
Yeah, we'll catch you on the other side of this. Don't go too far away.